In my dinosaur lab, we started out bringing back, we call them field jackets. And the first need, and it's always really the most important need, is to be able to, without losing any information, take an animal out of its stony grave. But actually, you can go further than that. And we've done this now with our most recent discovery, Eodromaeus. You can add flesh to the bone. Now, to do that, I have a couple of people, and Tyler is one of the most gifted of people in this regard, that not only are artistically talented, but they also pay a lot of attention to the science behind it. That involves working with me, going back and forth so that we come to a common understanding of what this animal should look like.
I worked with a number of local film artists, assisting them doing TV commercials, industrial films, local productions, low-budget horror movies, doing gory movie effects. Having satisfied a little bit of that urge to do movie special effects, just the small taste of it I got was, I think, enough for me. Paul, he has an art background himself, and he sees the value in how somebody with the hand-eye coordination and the kind of technical eye to see things and create things, how somebody like me could be helpful on his team. On the latest discovery that was unveiled, Eodromaeus, this little predatory dinosaur from Argentina. This dinosaur was at the base of the theropod lineage of dinosaurs, and the evidence seems to be telling from discoveries all around the world that many, if not all, theropods had some sort of feathery coating. So I began to look at pictures of what some modern birds have, and there's actually quite a range of skin coverings that modern birds have that range to almost looking like hair. If you think of the down of a chick, I started to assemble this reference to get an idea of how we might skin this new fossil that Paul found, and also I did some sketches just to show him some color ideas to kind of see what might be interesting visually for this animal. As I reconstructed it, I gave it a bright blue wattle or a dewlap under its throat, and this is a feature that you do see in many modern animals when you think of an animal like a lizard, like a chameleon, that has a display dewlap, which is bright red. Many birds also have different kinds of display structures and wattles, and I found in a number of them, from turkeys to pheasants, and even the large bird, a cassowary, that have bright blue skin that might serve as a visual display structure. Typically, the Paleoart, the reconstructions that I do, are sculptural, and so I typically start with clay. And I use an oil-based clay that doesn't dry out. We'll use various casting resins, plastic resins, to make a lightweight replica of the clay sculpture. And to paint those, to make them look lifelike and alive, I'll use acrylic paint and glass eyes from taxidermy suppliers. The color of the eyes and the color of the paint that we apply is speculative. We're always guessing, but we're basing it on animals that we see today, so it's at least within the range of nature. This exhibit in Wauconda at the Lake County Discovery Museum is my first solo showing of my artwork, and so I'm really proud to have it there and to be able to share with the public these reconstructions that I've done for a number of colleagues and institutions. It's great in that it shows some of my earliest artwork, some of my childhood artwork, and also some of the things I've done just very, very recently as a professional. And so sharing that, especially with kids, I think is great, because I think there's such great value in these reconstructions that I do to tell the scientific story to the public, and also to get kids interested in learning.